Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar and its website on thisday.com.
Yep. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, that guy right there with the epic beard, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander.
Sohin.
I'm Carrera. What's up, guys?
Yep, the music man himself. And we more or less may be joined by the Golden Loon sometime soon. Anyway, today is October 17th, 2022, and it is Moon's Day, also known as Monday. So, anyway, jumping on up into 79, Mr. Carrera, do you want to start if you want?
79. All right. Mount Vesuvius erupts, burying the cities of Pompeii. How do I say that? Herculaneum,
Yep.
Op- Oplantis, and Stabiae. I'm guessing.
Good as
Yes.
good as guess as mine. So,
Yeah, I'm I'm just winging it
yep.
and killing thousands. New research in 2018 suggests the eruption occurred on or after this date, not the previously used 24th of August.
Yeah. So Pompeii, we all know about Pompeii and Vesuvius and all that stuff.
I
hmm
I do know about Pompeii, so
Yeah, and this is the
I
date
didn't.
it is believed to have happened. Now,
So cool.
that's really interesting. You have two more. Remember, we go three for three. So next one in 1346, a bit of a time jump right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Battle of Neville's Cross. King David II of Scotland is captured by Edward III of England at Cayless and imprisoned in the Tower of London for 11 years.
Yep.
That that's a decade of sitting ass.
A decade plus one.
Yeah,
And then let's see here.
finding something interesting.
I would say 1456. That looks pretty cool.
All right, the University of Greifswald is established, making it the second oldest university in the northern continental of Europe. Also, for a period, the oldest in Sweden and Prussia.
Yeah,
That's actually interesting.
that's a
That's
really
cool.
old university.
Yeah, if it's still going, yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's like 600 years some odd. So,
Yeah,
and Sohead, you
yeah.
got a historic event here.
Yes. 1651, future King Charles flees from England.
Ah, Charles II. So,
Yeah, Charles II.
yep.
I wonder why.
Um, probably. That is a good question. Why did Charles II flee from England? Did let's see here. After the final royalist defeat of the English Civil
Ah,
War against Cromwell's New Model Army at the Battle of Worcester on September 3rd in 1651, the future Charles II of England, already by that time King of Scotland, was forced to flee, famously avoiding detection by hiding in an oak tree in a wood that was being searched. So
ooh,
he hid in a tree. That's interesting.
he's like
I'm
a
gonna
little
add the
squirrel.
link to this wiki in the underbar, because this would be something interesting to check out. Anyway,
Uh,
welcome to the
he,
show.
Well, thank you.
he
Golden
wasn't
Loon.
just the King of England, he was also the King of Stealth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You got an
Six,
execution here now. Someone who didn't
yeah, six,
make it in stealth.
1669 regicides. The men who signed the death warrant of Charles I are hanged, drawn, and quartered. Another is hanged. Wow.
Dang. Now, for people who don't know what drawn and quartered is. Now everybody knows what hanged is. Drawn and quartered
It's
means
brutal. Brutal.
they tie your wrists and your ankles to individual horses, and then they set them off in four different directions at once. And what happens to your body is what you imagine, quartered.
Yep.
So gruesome.
Kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal. And
Yeah.
I got one more.
But hey, maybe we should bring that back, to teach people a lesson.
No. They ain't gonna teach no lessons.
Maybe. Anyway.
1662, Charles II of Great Britain sells Dunkirk to France for 2.5 million liveries, which is 320,000 English pounds.
Well, that's a really heavy Englishman. But aside from that, Dunkirk. That's interesting because that was like a couple centuries later. That was a really big area.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Battle of Dunkirk.
Yeah. Well, not really a battle. More like a fleet.
Yeah. Fleet.
Would you enunciate that livers?
Liveries. Like here, let's see here. I can figure this out.
I think either liveries or
How is pronounced? Levers.
Okay.
levers.
Levers. So it sounds like somebody with a Minnesota accent talking about levers. Pull the lever.
Or the lever.
Eh?
How about
Don't you know?
How about them Packers?
Oh, it's
Anyway,
your turn, Xander.
Yep, 1776, Captain James Hook arrived in Cape Town with Resolution on his third trip to the Pacific Ocean. Huh. Yeah, this guy was an explorer, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll rise again.
The South. Yep. Let's see there. In 1787, Boston African Americans petitioned the legislature for equal school facilities. Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, they were trying it for a long time. So. And then 1808, political rights of Jews were suspended in Duchy of Warsaw. That's 1808 though.
Wow.
That's a long time ago. Oh dang. I'm gonna take this 1814 here because reasons. 1814, a beer flood occurred in London, killing 9.
A beer flood.
A beer flood. Like, so I guess like a bunch of the big
Stories.
not the distillers, but like the containers holding the brew.
Yeah.
Because that happened once. I don't know, but it was on the northeastern Americas of the United States. There was a molasses flood.
Ah.
Yeah.
And people drowned in it. It wasn't all slow. It was heated molasses, so it just swept over everything like a tsunami. And to this day, the town still smells of molasses. Like
Really?
it is just in the soil.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but people died.
Also,
So yeah.
also, I think there was a beer flood in Scotland. People died because they were drinking the beer.
Oh yeah, that too. That happened. Actually, no, wasn't that a whiskey flood?
No, it's either whiskey or beer.
I think it was a whiskey flood.
They died because they were trying to drink it.
Yeah, let's see here. Dublin Whiskey Fire.
You just passed it.
Whiskey Flood. Okay, yeah, Great Gorbals Whiskey Flood. Yeah, Red Hot Whiskey.
Woo!
Yeah, November 21st, 1906. So, we're going to be talking about that in the future. November's around the corner, guys. So, keep an eye out for a whiskey flood in 1906.
I actually have a real quick tidbit. I just learned that it's only been 500 years that we have 80 proof. So our bodies have not evolved to really handle it. The most that they had for 1,000 years was like 3 and 5.
Oh, jeez.
And the most you could get was wine. That was the heaviest that you got. And then in the last 100 years, became 80 proof and up.
Wow, that's
So-
a huge difference.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
our
that.
bodies.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
So that's why a lot of people get, alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's no difference in the day between hard liquor and really beer as far as the alcohol content.
not really.
Maybe a
Right.
little bit stronger, but not much.
Well, I mean, like the beer I drink is 8.6% by volume.
Okay.
Yeah,
And no beer, that's
imagine
malt liquor.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
imagine going from Oklahoma beer to like all of a sudden 80 proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a trip.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it is now Mr. Carrera's turn again. He gets a music premiere of all things.
Woohoo! 1825, first opera by Franz Liszt Don Sanchez premieres in Paris.
Nice.
Composer and pianist, huh?
Hmm.
You want me to hit this 1829?
If you want, yeah, I was looking at that too.
Yeah, actually. 1829, first supposed attack on abandoned German teenager Kaspar Hauser.
Never heard of this.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
Neither.
it's some kind of like CSI thing, 1800.
Yeah. 1831, Felix, wow. Mendelssohn's first piano concert in G premieres in Munich, which, with the composer as soloist. That's,
Huh.
wow. So he's like first chair, composer. Wow.
Busy guy.
The guy's constantly like traveling between standing and doing this, and then sitting and playing the violin, cartoon style,
Yeah.
like the Flash.
What's in G mean?
The key, like G
I know
minor.
the key, but I don't know if that's a difficult or what. I don't know anything about.
It's just a rendition,
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I mean, you can play any song in any key. Most people start with middle C to start when they write, and then if the composer will do it in whatever, D minor or whatever they
okay.
want.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the joke that came to mind. It's Sohan's turn.
I
Sohan,
was
do not
saying
say
it.
the joke that is in my mind. Please don't.
Okay then. 1871, U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant suspends habeas corpus in parts of South Carolina during the prosecution against the Ku Klux Klan. Good, they don't deserve it.
Yeah, they do. But on
They
the
don't
same,
deserve habeas
But
corpus.
at the same time, it's dangerous.
yeah, same time, I'm not. I don't agree with suspending habeas corpus. You know, like that's the whole conversation right there. I don't want to.
Yeah, let it.
So
Back in the day, the Klan wouldn't have gave a fuck who, they would attack if they're supporting black people.
yeah, but what
So
if somebody was wrongfully accused of being a Klansman? You know, and then if there's no, if there's no pursuit of evidence, then they can be tried as a Klansman without even being one. Like that's the problem.
I mean, even back then, they didn't have DNA evidence. They didn't have anything they
Yeah.
could they really go by. I mean, remember the witch burnings. So
Yep.
Trials, those were awful.
Well, here's the point of that whole thing. It was probably necessary at the time. Everybody agrees with that. Long term, what does that mean? Does that mean the government starts doing things that you don't like?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was once suspended, we can do whatever later on. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
When will they
What's going to happen
unsuspend it?
later?
Now, didn't Abraham Lincoln suspend habeas corpus once? I think he did.
yeah,
Yeah. Like I remember reading something about him that blew my mind, and I think that was it. So.
which brings us to nowadays with the Freedom Act
There
and
you go.
Patriot
That's what I
Act.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Now look what we're getting.
Yeah. 87,000 new IRS agents. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Who are they building an army to fight against?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DHS gets a billion fucking rounds and like who are they shooting?
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back on track here. 1876 with Mr. Sohan, a historic event.
1876, Henry Morton Stanley reaches Lullabulla River.
Okay.
Lullabulla.
Horton Stanley, a journalist and explorer. Where the hell is
Sweet.
Lullabulla River? So let me
I
look that
don't.
up. That's interesting. Um, Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, so it's in Africa. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Also, 1878, after serving as the opposition for 5 years, John A. Macdonald was re-elected as Prime Minister of Canada.
Huh.
E-I-E-I-O.
Interesting. And Uno Mas.
Okay, and 1888, con artist Thomas Edison files a patent for the optical phonograph. First movie.
I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love it. Carrera and Dad laugh, and I'm just like, yep. Yeah, it's
He was a
great.
fucking con artist and a thief.
Yeah, he is. He is a piece of crap. And our power is Southern California Edison.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Tell us what you really think.
Yeah.
1894, Ohio National Guard killed 3 lynchers while rescuing a black man. Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good, Ohio. So.
Yeah.
In 1900, Bernard von Bülow became German Chancellor. All right. Probably because of his mustache credentials. Look at that.
I mean, that's dope.
Yeah. And then 1904, the Bank of Italy, which was later became the Bank of America, founded by Amado Gianni, opened its doors in San Francisco. And this is how they came to be. They were originally called the Bank of Italy. Then the Great San Francisco earthquake happened. They immediately, literally, as they were emergency teams were coming in, they renamed themselves to the Bank of America, started giving out loans,
Loans,
with high
yep.
interest to all the people, and then that's, their entire empire is built off of the profit and lies during a disaster. Isn't that something? Very fitting for Bank of America how they operate today, huh?
Yeah, I use Bank of America, and
I'm
they're
sorry.
just. Whew. They've actually helped me out a lot when it comes to fraudulent charges, but everything else is just like, eh.
Well, that's the bottom line. What have they done for you if you use them?
Yeah. They're helping you with fraudulent charges because they're the only ones that should be fucking you, not no one else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
They want their money in the bank.
Dude, I've seen a video about Bank of America, and it was literally like this guy actually had a problem where they weren't accepting either his deposit or was his withdrawal or something. They weren't allowing him to access his account, and then
He was
called
trying to
customer
withdraw.
service, and then they're like, "Oh, go try another Bank of America location." It's like, are you kidding me? Why can't you help me here?
He was trying to withdraw $100,000, and they wouldn't let him take it out. And he was like, "Can you put it in a cashier's check?" And they were like, "Nope." They would not give him his money.
I don't think we're talking about the same guy because the one I'm talking about is just some random YouTuber. He doesn't, he wouldn't have $100,000 to withdraw.
Oh well, the guy. Well, then again, it happened again then
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Well, the $100,000 thing, I'd understand. That's a lot of money. This was just a guy who
questionable.
was trying to just get $50 out for the week or something. I don't know. And there's.
oh well, that's some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
But anyway, whose turn is it?
I think
It's mine.
Okay.
Googly eyed.
Yeah, the historic event.
Yeah. Well, let. No.
Oh,
'cause-
Google Eye. Yeah.
How would you say that?
Google Eye.
Guillermo.
Guillermo?
Googly Lamo.
Guillermo.
Let's call
Yeah,
it
that would be
Yellow.
it. Marconi's company begins the first commercial transatlantic wireless service between Glace Bay, Nova Scotia, Canada, and Clifton, Ireland.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
So-
It is.
Wireless
sounds like
service.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Tesla fucking invention.
Huh. Well, just a couple decades off.
Yeah.
Wasn't Nikola Tesla in the 20s and 30s and stuff?
She was.
Yeah.
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 Also, 1919 is pretty good.
Oh yeah. 1919, Radio Corporation of America (RCA) is created as a subsidiary of General Electric.
Oh,
Interesting.
I
And
didn't know
General
they were tied to
Electric, as we
JCS.
know, is one of the biggest providers of pretty much everything electronic, and including jet engines, turbine engines.
Dang.
Yeah.
Huh. 1921. That's weird. Why do they have
Let's-
that?
Wow, Belgium's public library law goes into force. Why would they have a law?
I don't know. I'm
Tell them to
looking that
read
up right
books.
now.
Like, read a book.
Read a
Um,
book, motherfucker.
it's just telling me different library locations.
Yeah, maybe that's something they kind of tried to cover up.
Well, once again, I provide another uh, challenge to the viewers. If you can figure out the semantics involving this, please let us know in the comment section. We would like to know. We don't have time on air to dig into it, unfortunately. So, anyway, uh, what else? 27?
I've done three, so it's somebody
Okay.
else.
Oh,
All right, then. 1927, Ban Johnson, in failing health, retires as American League president.
Hmm.
dang.
What kind of name is Ban?
Ban Johnson. I don't know. Like,
We want Ban Johnson.
you can't
Probably a
ban the
nickname.
Johnson.
Probably.
Look at that hair, though. Like,
With a haircut like
So
that,
he's
he
one
will
of the
definitely
founders
get
of the
banned.
American League.
yeah, founder
That's
of
what it
baseball. It says founder.
Yeah.
So he's the founder. Dang.
Also, 1931, American gangster Al Capone is convicted on 5 of the 23 counts of tax evasion against him. Later fined 50,000 and sentenced to 11 years in jail.
Dang.
Out of all the things he did, he
Yeah.
was suspected of the St. Valentine's Day massacre. They couldn't prove it. All the shit tax evasion got him.
Yep.
All they care about is money. They don't care about that.
Yep. You can fight anything, just don't fight the IRS. They'll get you.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
even
no.
Joker. Even the Joker
Yeah.
doesn't fight the
Yes.
IRS. Okay. So what chance do you have?
1933, Albert Einstein arrives in the U.S. as a refugee from Nazi Germany.
Dang. That's right. He's a fleer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yep.
What a traitor.
Well, no, he didn't really have a choice. So, like,
Hey,
and
thanks,
hey,
thanks
I-
for the nukes, Albert.
yeah, well, like
Yeah.
a theory of relativity, he wasn't really a nuclear physicist. He's a theoretical physicist. But
Yeah, he helped with it. I don't remember the guy's name that actually turned it into a weapon.
Oppenheimer, I believe.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was it.
Oppenheimer was a nuke guy, but Albert Einstein, Oppenheimer, and like a third guy, I don't remember the third guy. They like really pushed for like nuclear disarmament, nuclear treaties. They're like, hey, you guys like really don't know what you're dealing with. Please stop. Like,
They literally invented it for energy, and
Yeah.
that was it.
yeah. Well, then there's that famous line out of Idiocracy, like, how like they're the smartest people on the planet, and they're like, yeah, now we know why Einstein developed the bomb. Trying to get us all to kill ourselves. Get rid of the dum-dums. Anyway, Son, you have one more, right?
Nope, I did 3.
Okay. 1939, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, directed by Frank Capra and starring James Stewart and Jean Arthur, was released. Then, 1940, German occupiers issued identity cards, so that has to be like, for Poland and France and all that stuff and whatnot.
And we got digital ID coming.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's global.
Yeah. Look
so.
out. Yeah.
But then 1 year later, 1941, the USS Kearney became the first U.S. destroyer to be torpedoed in the Second World War, while the country is still officially neutral. So a warship. So not just like like one of our transport ships. That allegedly is giving things, but they actively shot on a warship and destroyed it before our involvement in the Second World War. So that has to be Germany.
Yeah.
So that's That's wild.
Yeah.
That's an act of
Yeah.
war right there.
Yeah, wasn't it a U-boat that did it?
Well, yeah, it must have been a U-boat. So it must have been
Yeah.
a destroyer or something. That's probably just out somewhere. Maybe escorting the convoys. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, but still, that's an act of war right there. Even though having convoys from a neutral nation to a warring nation is obviously side picking, that's an act of war. So, who's in the wrong, who's in the right?
Well, we had a lot of ships going over to England to supply them.
Before we move on, I just wanted to say I don't have it on me, my ID,
Yeah.
but I just had my ID redone last year,
All right.
and it says Texas ID, but underneath it it's federal ID.
Ah.
So my new ID is now federal.
Huh.
They know where you
So,
are.
Well, they always do.
yep.
Anyway, doing 1943, Burma Railway was completed, built by Allied prisoners of war and Asian laborers for use of the Japanese Army.
Yeah.
The Death Railway. So yeah, it's called the
Did a
Death
movie on
Railway.
that.
Yeah, the River Kwai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridge over
Yeah.
the River Kwai.
Yeah, I gotta watch that movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
So yeah,
Didn't we bomb that?
probably.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they bombed it, and also, according to the movie, they set off dynamite from within. They realized, we're really helping the Japanese here
Yeah.
from the encampments of the U.S. soldiers.
That sounds like Hollywood
Oh,
glorification.
Yeah, it could be.
Because
Yeah.
But yeah, we did come in and bomb it also.
But I mean, crazier things have happened. Sohan remembers this. We did a story once where there was like a German POW thing, but it was on an island, and the only way on and off was like this little airstrip. So these POWs, they escaped, and then this sounds bananas, but this actually happened. Just like out of Hollywood, they hijacked the warden's fucking like transport plane, and escaped,
Took off.
and they made it.
Wow.
Like that is wild.
Yeah.
So, but it happens. So maybe there could have been dynamite, maybe not. I don't know. It sounds like Hollywood fiction,
Yeah.
but hey,
You
truth
sure
is
could be.
stranger than fiction. So
It did get blown up one way or
Yeah.
another.
So, but that is something I would like to watch, and I would like to learn more. Did they actually, was that dynamite thing an actual thing? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look that up. Anyway, I think it's Carrera's turn now.
What do you want me to do? 43 or 45?
45.
All right. 1945, Loyalty Day in Argentina. Mass demonstrations held to release Juan Perón,
Ah,
Juan Perón,
Yeah.
General President of Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina.
yep. So they wanted him for something. Ooh, here we go.
Let's see here. 1956. This is a film premiere. Cool. 1956. Around the World in 80 Days. I watched that.
Yeah.
Based on the book by Jules Verne, directed by Michael Anderson, and starring David Niven and
Cantiflas.
Cantiflius. Premieres in New York.
That's cool.
Jules Verne wrote some great stuff.
Yeah.
Around the World, Journey to Mars, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Or no,
Yep.
to the Moon and Back, right? That was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that my second?
think
Yeah,
that was
I
your
believe
first.
so.
First.
No, he was talking about
That's your
War
first.
Beyond
Oh, that's
before,
right.
So, yeah.
All right, let's do sports that I know
Yeah.
nothing about. Oh, it's chess, so cool, whatever. 1956 chess game of the century. 13-year-old Bobby Fischer defeats 1953 U.S. Champion Donald Byrne in the Rosenwald Memorial Tournament in the Marshall Chess Club in New York City.
Dang, that's one old-looking 13-year-old. Look at that.
That's man. He must have like a thyroid problem.
Probably.
Hey, it's the only time I've ever heard of big news in chess is when he beat the Germans for the world for whatever you're called when you're the chess king.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
he always
That's
said
man.
that they
Was it?
had
Chess
tilted the,
Grandmaster, I think.
yeah, whatever it is. They tilted the rules in favor of the Russians because they had held it for so long. And when he
Yeah.
did, he used the rules to the hilt and just cruised in on them all the time.
It's always a good day when you beat
So
the
yeah,
Germans.
he was big news.
Yeah.
He was big news in the day.
Mr. Stone, I believe it's your turn, and if you don't mind taking this next 1956, the England one, that's interesting.
1956, England's first large-scale nuclear power station opens.
Dang. Nuclear. So,
Nuclear. Yeah.
yeah, and that was United Kingdom, or England, or Great Britain, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They were the world's third nuclear power. After Russia. It was U.S., Russia, and then the U.K.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm. In 1956, Britain's Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip visit the White House. Thought we,
alright.
7.
thought we covered this already.
No, they visited
Somewhere else.
some other thing yesterday. So they're doing.
Oh, okay.
They're
They're
doing
doing
a
an
trip.
American tour.
Yeah, American trip.
And is this? I think this is when, actually, is there another 1957? Trying to see if there's one. Nope. Okay. There's an incident, and I think this is leading up to it, when in order to make better relations between the peoples of the U.S. and the U.K. Because we're now allies and everything.
Yeah.
They invited the royalty to come eat a traditional American lunch, like a barbecue and something. And then they're looking at this hot dog. They have no idea what to do. And then so they start using forks and everything, and then no, you gotta and it almost turned into a disaster, because what is this peasant food? And it's like, no, dude, this is what our people eat. It's just trying to establish relations between two different peoples, and it's just going to shit. Oh my god.
Imagine if they put chili on those dogs.
Oh.
Then it would really mess them up.
But yeah, no, and then there's a photo, actually, let's see here, British royalty eating hot dogs.
Eating mummies. What?
Yeah, they did that too, actually. No joke, they actually did have mummy parties and stuff like that. Why can't I find it? Okay, fine.
Did you see a picture of that guy? That one.
Dying. Well, unfortunately, I'm not finding any pictures. I guess this might be. Yeah, this is the luncheon here. So they're the king and queen of England or something, I guess. And
I think that newer picture of that dude in the red Manchester shirt is the best representation of probably what it looked like.
oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I'm not finding any pictures of this, so let's just move on. But yeah, viewers, go look that up. It's a really interesting tidbit in history. So.
And I got one more, I think. 2 more. Paying attention.
Maybe whatever.
Also, 1957, French author Albert Camus awarded Nobel Prize in Literature.
All right.
Now, you see, I'm not saying Nobel Peace Prize this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an easy mistake to make. I've made it too. You see
There you go,
Nobel.
Carrera. Music.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No, I think it's still Sohan's, right?
I'm giving him this. It's
Okay.
music.
Okay, go
Oh,
for it.
okay. Well, the king of rock here, we'll just say that. 1957 musical film Jailhouse Rock starring Elvis Presley premieres in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey, hey, hey.
Uh-huh.
In 1959, Queen Elizabeth II was fined $140 for withdrawing her racehorse.
Oh,
What?
that her bank account was emptied right then.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear, good heavens, whatever
Yo,
shall we do?
she could not financially recover from this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
She throws the fucking $1 billion birthday a few years back and $140, bro. She was
turns
broke.
into Bernie Sanders. I'm once again asking you for financial support. I'm starting a GoFundMe. 1961, NASA civilian pilot Joseph A. Walker took the X-15 to 33,100 meters.
Ooh.
Yeah, X-15 experimental.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's which actually, the
I
first
remember it. I know what it is. Yeah.
the first time humans
It was
broke
really
this.
big.
Well, no, that wasn't the first time the humans broke the sound barrier.
Oh no.
No.
It was earlier than that.
Well, no, but like no, the actual first time, I think was with like back in like the 30s. It was unintentional when they were. Were you around when we read that article?
No.
Like it was unintentional when an aircraft was diving, and then they just gunned it, and then they just accidentally broke the sound barrier. With the aid of the going down.
Yeah.
So, we broke the sound barrier a lot, earlier than I thought. So when Mom was born,
Right.
because she had said in her lifetime, they said that breaking the sound barrier was just science fiction. It was never going to happen. Never. But
Hold on,
it already happened accidentally.
Yeah, no.
So
let me ask you a question. They're pretty much suicide jets, but the first jets that the Germans were launching off those platforms,
Yeah.
didn't they break the sound barrier on the second take
I don't know.
I don't know. That
in the 40s?
Are you talking about the V3s?
Yeah.
Oh, these are rockets, so they probably would. Did the V3 rocket?
Because I thought one broke apart.
Yeah, the rocket plane that broke the sound barrier, the Bell X-1, but that's something else.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought I heard something.
V2
So
rockets break the sound barrier.
It's plausible. Like you say, those are kind of rockets taken.
Well, the V2 ballistic missile routinely broke the sound barrier, but that's a missile,
yeah.
And the rocket planes, they're rockets. So, I mean, we're talking about intentional powered flight that you can control. That's not a rocket. Rocket is,
Hey.
you start and you just burn it.
But that was on my birthday in 1942. So cool.
Huh. Oh, hey, yeah, that's right. Just,
but
40...
this here we're talking about, that was height, not speed.
Yeah, but the X2 also, or the X whatever, X15, the X something was also being tested to break the sound barrier. So
Yeah, I think you're right. I
well,
remember
because
that too.
you go up that
Something
high,
about
you
that,
have
yeah.
less air resistance, so
Yeah.
you have a higher chance of getting that fast, that speed.
Yeah.
So that's why they went up that high, so that way they can have the less resistance. So, anyway, then we have 1961, the New York Museum of Modern Art hanged Henry Mattisi's Lee Batu upside down. It wasn't corrected until December 3rd. Wow, how you fuck that up? How you fuck that up?
Well, it's an impressionist, so I can see how they fucked that
Oh,
up.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upside
Wow.
down.
Oh, I see. Here we go. Interesting art trivia. So they have it this way,
Like
instead of
what
this
the
way.
fuck? It's just backwards. Like
Yeah.
God.
It is. Well, if you just rotate it 180 degrees, you have like this area. It's down here. So. Jeez.
Oh God.
Wow.
The bigger question is, how do they even notice to correct it?
I don't know. I'm sure this link here would explain it. So I'll actually put this in the underbar as well, just for the lulz. Anyway, I believe it is now Carrera's turn once again. Where's my
All right.
mouse?
Interesting arch. I'm just kidding.
Ha.
Oh God! Don't give me sports, man.
Well,
What
let's
is-
see here.
Beatles,
1962.
right there. Let's do that.
Oh, 1962. Okay.
Yeah, 1962, the Beatles make their live television debut, appearing on Manchester's local People and Places program, performing Some Other Guy and their single Love Me Do. Great song.
Their live television debut. That's pretty cool.
Hey, when they went on the Ed Sullivan Show for the first time, everything stopped. The whole country stopped.
Yeah,
It was a Sunday
and,
night, but nothing happened.
and they couldn't hear themselves.
Oh, that was at Shea Stadium.
That was also on
Ed
the
Sullivan?
Sullivan Show.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
They couldn't hear
Yeah.
themselves, so did
They-
they play bad or something?
they didn't hear because there was no. They didn't have speakers like to
Oh,
run back.
okay.
So they're basically the speakers for the audience was the only thing that was mic'd.
Huh.
So the audience could barely hear them, but they couldn't hear themselves, and they still did badass.
shows, have that kind of an audio issue with them, like at that time, like that's a massive not good.
Well, the Shea Stadium thing was the same thing. When you don't have the fireback speakers, like to hear yourself, you can't. You're just playing by memory.
Yeah, you got another Beatles one here if you want.
Sure. Oh, I wanna hold.
Hold your
Anyways,
hand.
1963, the Beatles record "I Wanna Hold Your Hand" at EMI Studios in London, and I believe that was the song that they showed at Shea Stadium that they couldn't hear shit.
Ah, that's interesting. And uno mas. You're gonna be reading this whether you like it or not.
Well, it's Yogi Bear, so fuck
There you
it.
go.
1964, New York Yankees catcher, fire manager Yogi Berra.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Well, he was an asshole, so
They probably got tired of his yogisms. It's like, oh my god, make sense for once, you fucking.
yeah.
So head.
1965, Burton Lane and Alan J. Lerner. Music on a Clear Day You Can See Forever, starring Barbara Harris and John Cullum. Opens at He Mark Helena Theater, New York City. Runs for 280 performances.
That's pretty
I
good.
think that's supposed to be Thee.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing. But,
They
Oh,
really
you-
need to work on that.
yeah.
Also, 1967, Barbara Streisand stars on Belle of 14th Street. Special on CBS.
Huh.
Never heard of it.
Same. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's the Beatles manager there.
And 1967 memorial service for Brian Epstein at New London Synagogue.
Yep.
He was the Beatles manager,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I wonder if Epstein had ties to him.
Oh,
No, we've looked into that, and we haven't found anything. Although we don't.
yeah,
really have
because
that.
we did that because we did had a thing about him and Little Richard with the Beatles.
Oh yeah. Little Richard was actually pissed off about the Beatles because he's like, I started it. Who do you think taught the Beatles how to do the high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a film release in 1968. Bullet, directed by Peter Yates and starring Steve McQueen and Jacqueline Bisset, was the first released. All right, never heard of
I
that.
gotta see that movie.
What's it about?
You never. He's just a badass, like with the fucking Mustang.
Yeah.
I wonder what that movie is with like, because I remember seeing some really like crappy movie scene, where the guy has like he replaces a frisbee with like another frisbee that has razor blades attached to it, and he like throws it at the bad guy, and it like cuts his head off. It was weird, like
Who throws a shoe?
really.
Hey, I wasn't making fun of that guy. He's in jail for murder.
Yeah, that is right. Well, no, we're talking about like the actor from Austin Powers, or the one who actually played Odd Job from James Bond.
That's I don't know.
Because Odd Job's where he threw the hat, and then Random
Random
Task.
Task.
Well, was
I don't
Yeah,
even
he threw
remember
the
his
shoe.
name.
It's a Random Task. It's like, oh my god, Odd Job, seriously. Anyway, 1968, U.S. men's 4x 100-meter freestyle relay team of Zach Zorn, Stephen Ryrick, Ken Walsh, and Mark Spitz swum world record 3 minutes 31.7 seconds to outclass the Soviet Union and Australia and win the gold medal at the Mexico City Olympics. Good. And let's see here. 1970, Anwar Sadat sworn in as the third president of Egypt. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then also in 1971, Baseball World Series, Pittsburgh Pirates defeated Baltimore Orioles 2-1 at Memorial Stadium to claim championship. 4-3, most valuable player, Pirates outfielder Roberto Clemente.
He was a great one.
Yeah.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yep.
Yep.
Mr. Carrera, your turn. This 71 here looks really interesting.
And 1971, it is estimated today that approximately 16,000 households were withholding rent and rates for council houses as part of the campaign of civil disobedience against the internment organized by the Democratic and Labour Party in Northern Ireland.
Dang.
Oh,
So more of this trouble stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ooh, here you go.
Chuck Berry, baby.
Yeah.
You know that sound you're looking for?
Listen to this.
1972, Chuck Berry's My Ding-a-Ling is number one.
What the hell
And
of a song is that? My Dingling?
I've actually never heard that song, or if I have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I have.
Like-
I got to see Chuck Berry back in the day.
That's cool.
Oh, he is great.
This guy knew all the members of the Doors.
Yeah.
Like, they're just people he knew. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. I'm just going to move us on up to 1978.
Oh, let's go with Carter. Billy Beer, baby.
Ah,
1978, President Jimmy Carter signs bill restoring U.S. citizen to Jefferson Davis. Jefferson
Oh.
Davis.
he was the president of the Confederacy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he restored his citizenship.
Got you.
Yeah.
Is
That's
that
interesting.
post humorous?
Well, yeah, like Jefferson Davis
Obviously.
died like 100 years before or something. Actually, when did
Yeah,
Jefferson
I
Davis
was.
die?
Is that post humorous? 1978.
He died December 6, 1889. So,
So
like,
pretty much 100 years
91
later.
years, yeah. But still, that's I didn't know that, and I would actually disagree. That guy wanted to secede. Why would we give him the honor of being part of our nation again? You know, fuck him. So, anyway, some more sports history for you.
Is this mine?
Yep.
I think I did 3 already.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's
Take it.
Dylan's. I am not
1979,
counting.
1979 Baseball World Series. Pittsburgh Pirates beat Baltimore Orioles 4-1 at Memorial Stadium for a 4-3 series win. MPV Pirates first baseman Willie Stargell.
Yeah.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yep.
And 1979, Mother Teresa of Calcutta awarded Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, Calcutta.
Okay. Shit. And 1983, the talk show, the Sally Jesse Raphael show with Sally Jesse Raphael debuts on KSDK.
Okay. I'm going to take us back a little bit. I see 1979, U.S. President Jimmy Carter signed legislation creating the Department of Education. Wonderful.
Just what we need.
Yeah.
Look what it's doing.
And that's
now.
when it went downhill.
Yeah. Yep. And then, let's see here. I'm just going to move us on up into 1986. Yitzhak Rabin formed Israel government. All right. He's the 5th Prime Minister of Israel. Then we have 1987. The first indoor World Series game took place in the Minnesota Metrodome. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then back to Mr. Carrera.
Already? Dang!
Yeah.
1987, U.S. First Lady Nancy Reagan, who thought she was actually president, undergoes a modified mastectomy.
Mastectomy. What is it?
Test removal.
Yeah.
Remove a breast. Okay. Well, dang.
Probably because of breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Maybe
speaking of first ladies who think that they actually have a say in the matter, Michelle Obama.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, like
She got a vasectomy. There's a
Well, no,
difference.
as Bill Burr said, you know, if you have like a plumbing problem, you don't go ask the wife of the plumber what her opinion is. You call the fucking plumber. He's the president. Shut your mouth and just wave. You know.
How about today's first lady? I think she has some influence. He has no idea what he's doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of needs to coach him a little bit. Tell him
Yeah.
shut up.
I don't think he's within any realm of help anymore. I think he's gone.
Oh,
So
I've got to do this one right here
There you go.
because this is one of my favorite bands. It's got my favorite singers and writers. In 1988, Traveling Wilburys released debut album Volume 1 featuring the hit single Handle with Care. Pseudonymous band members include Roy Orbison, Love You, Bob Dylan, George Harrison, hell yeah, favorite Beatle, and Jeff Lynne and Tom Petty.
Wow.
that's a good lineup
Wow,
right
wow,
there.
wow.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Up until Roy Orbison died, and Jesus, he wrote some of the best stuff, man. I love that guy. And he always wore sunglasses.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
Did he wear sunglasses at night so he can, did
I was totally gonna do that and not take up time, and you did it anyways.
it? Sohan, you got an album release in '89 here.
1989, Columbia Records released Stormfront, singer-songwriter Billy Joel's 11th studio album.
That's pretty good. 11 studio albums. Oh, wonder how many he made.
Um, I know he up to at least 94 he made
Jesus,
because
that's a lot.
no, up until 1994
Oh,
because
okay.
yeah.
Billy Joel. How many albums has Billy Joel released? 13. 13 studio albums, 6 live albums, 18 compilation albums, and 10 video albums. So, alright.
Wow,
Okay.
150 million records sold.
Yeah, that's a lot worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists in all of history.
Yep.
Dang. Anyway, Sohan, you got another one here, an album release. No, not that one.
Yeah.
Music history. Sorry.
Yeah, 1990, Jackie Mason brand new opens at Neil Simon Theater, New York City, runs for 216 performances.
Why does this guy look like the Joker, kind of? Like,
Yeah.
but instead of green hair, it's red. Like,
He
He's
was
in
really
disguise.
unusual comic, stand-up
Yeah.
comic. Really different.
well, I mean, he didn't
But
need
he
to
was
put on
good.
makeup to look like a clown. I mean, he had big old red lips. Just put on the nose, and you're good. You know, it's the costume
He
done.
should have been. He should have been the Joker.
Yeah.
That was the
1990,
year.
dude.
He just
Seriously.
Yeah.
died not too long ago.
I
I think sometime this year.
2021, last year.
Last year.
July 24th, at the age of 96.
And 1990, Green Day singer Billy Joel Armstrong drops out of school to pursue a music career.
All right.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did Wake Me Up When September Ends? That's Green Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this
Even
the
though
guy who-
that's a singer guitarist.
Yeah.
He the only thing I hate is he is hardcore left, Bernie Sanders type left.
Well, dang. Well, anyway, I'm gonna do the split here and now. We're getting a little close here to the hour mark. So, 1991, Angelo Cordero or Angel Cordero Jr. was the third jockey to win 7,000 horse races. That's a lot of horse
Jesus
races.
God.
Gee, how many races do these people go on? Good lord. You know, a lot of
It's
races.
a bunch.
Yeah. Also, 1991, Pitt's Penguin Paul Kofi set NHL defenseman scoring record with 1,053 career points, 309 of which are goals, and 744 are assists. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
In 1994, Kapil Dev's final one-day international versus West Indies cricket. So, yeah, I just saw like the top half of
Yeah.
the thing, and I'm like, oh, it's cricket. You know. So,
Hey, a curveball in their thing is called a wobbly or something.
it's British. I
You
don't
now
get it.
know more about cricket than I do.
It's Mr. Carrera. I hate to interrupt your munching session, but it is your turn once again. If you don't mind taking this 1995, that's holy crap.
Whoa, 1995. Keith Morrison is to 6 years for robbing Ding.
Yep.
Wow, of $9 million.
Whoa.
I think he was their
Whoa,
accountant
whoa,
or
whoa.
something. Like, we reported
I
on
don't-
something like this not too long ago, And I think Soen was the one who told me about, like, oh, that was their accountant or something. So I wonder if this is the same issue or if this is another instance of the account,
I'm
embezzling.
guessing the same issues.
Maybe.
Yeah,
So
6 years isn't much for $9 million, though.
yeah, robbing
Yeah, I
Sting.
mean,
You know.
it's like, how do you? I mean, but I guess Sting. He probably had like $100 million, so 9 million, he probably just didn't notice.
Uh, well, somebody noticed at some point. So, but you have another here in 2005.
This is mine.
Yep.
Um, in 2005, the Colbert Report, hosted by Stephen Colbert, first airs on U.S. TV.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, that used to be a good show. And it
yeah, that
actually,
came
That was
out
a great show.
yeah,
came out after the show came on right before after it.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. The Daily Show and then the Colbert Report. Great hour of entertainment. You know, back when it was good. So, anyway, if you don't mind, can I ask you to backpedal actually 2 years to 2003 because I just read this while you were reading that.
No problem. In '03, Pinnacle fitted on the roof of the Taipei 101, a 101 floor skyscraper in Taipei, allowing it to surpass the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, I guess, by 50 meters, 165 feet, to become the world's tallest high rise.
Dang.
But what about the Freedom Tower?
Nope.
That's not much freedom.
Nope. Hey, we need to
Hey,
find
but
oil in the sky to get up there.
I think the tallest building today is in Dubai.
It is
yeah,
in
the Burj
Dubai.
Khalifa.
And guess what? It's so tall the plumbing can't get up there.
Really?
Yeah, so they get backed up a lot
You want to know
on the
something
top
really
floors.
interesting?
Hmm.
It's so tall that if you're like on the if you're on the ground, you can watch the sunset and then take the elevator. And I'm not even saying like oh, if the elevator is fast enough. No, the elevator is fast enough. You can watch the sunset again from the top, and there is such that difference is so big that during was it Ramadan?
Yeah.
Stuff,
Yeah.
where they fast, there actually is time zones in the building of when you can start eating. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah, it's that tall. That's ridiculous.
Is it still mine? I don't remember.
I believe you can take this historic event, and then we'll move on to Sohen.
All right. In '07, the Dalai Lama receives the United States Congressional Gold Medal.
Good. I've actually had a conversation with this guy or one of his representatives on Twitter. It's a funny story.
I'm definitely not fasting. I just ate a bunch of Doritos. I can't say that. Uh, cheese chips.
Cheese chips. And now it's Mr. Sohen's turn. Some sports history here.
2008, Sachin Tendulkar becomes the highest run scorer ever in Test cricket, beating Brian Lara's record and passing 12,000 runs against Australia in Mohau.
All right. Cricket. So,
And
oh God, get off of this guy! Jesus.
No, everyone knows this. No one cares anymore. Everyone get your yellow bracelets and burn them.
2012, Lance Armstrong loses a host of endorsements in the wake of his doping scandal.
All right.
No one cares.
Yep.
Also,
Cyclists and drug
oh look, it's a thief!
What's
It's
up,
a
Sohen?
thief. In 2015, Amy Schumer's comedy special, Amy Schumer Laugh at the Apollo, premieres on HBO.
Oh.
Oh,
Is-
Oh, good.
She's the one who's always like, my vagina, right?
Yeah, she's still
Yeah.
pretty.
She-
Yeah, if
she's
she's not
still-
stealing jokes.
Yeah, still in jokes, then cries she didn't get paid as much as Dave Chappelle on Netflix.
Well, maybe if you were Dave Chappelle, you get paid like Dave Chappelle. How about that for a concept?
And if you were
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, you wouldn't be stealing other people's fucking jokes.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, Carlos Mencia.
Boy, he disappeared, didn't he?
Actually,
Ned.
he wasn't even a Mexican. He was a German, and his real name was like Hans or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ned. His name was Ned
Ned, that's
something.
right. Yeah, Ned something. Yeah, he wasn't even a
Joe
Mexican. Like,
Joe Rogan taking the mic from him and just kept saying Ned.
yeah. Yeah.
2015,
great.
star forward Cristiano Ronaldo becomes Real Madrid's all-time leading scorer across all competitions, overtaking club legend Raul with his 304th goal in a 3-0 win over Levante.
Oh,
Isn't he now the richest
Yes,
football star now?
yes, he is.
Awesome.
all right. I didn't even have to look that up. Thank you. And we got a historic event here in 2017. George Soros, boo, announced he had donated $18 billion to his grant-making network, the Open Society Foundation's grant-making network. Sorry. Yeah, this guy,
Cunt.
George Soros, piece of garbage. Didn't he die recently?
Cunt.
No,
No.
Oh,
No.
not yet.
Yet.
yeah, yeah.
No, no, he actually plugged Sanders in the last election.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
And he lost.
Huh. Well, like, what's his face? Newsom, our governor, Gavin Newsom, is running for president in 2024. So, fuck.
Well,
Not good.
He's the LA district attorney funded him, and that guy, he's just killed the justice system, and
Yeah.
crime's going crazy in LA now.
However, some people, some of the head of the Los Angeles something or other, like, have you heard about those recordings? Saying
Yeah, of
racial,
course, yeah,
saying
yeah,
racial
yeah.
remarks about black people and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then some of them have gotten fired, others have stepped down, quit.
Nobody's got fired yet, and
Oh.
there's 3 or 4. One stepped down, the other
think
2 or 3 have not.
I think a couple people got fired. Some of the underlings or something. I
Not
don't
yet.
know.
Doesn't move that
Huh.
fast in government.
That's true. That's true.
But Soros, yeah, he funded San Francisco. They recalled him though up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It didn't work here.
Yeah. Anyway, 2017, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte declared city of Marare liberated from militants. All right. So I guess they're having some problems in the Philippines.
they're always having problems in the
You
Philippines.
got that right.
Yeah, true. Oh man, look at John Goodman. He lost a lot of weight. Jesus.
Yeah, he's looking good now.
It looks like a bag of skin though. Like Fat Bastard at the end of what's his face? Although my neck now looks like a vagina. So, 2008, The Revived The Connors debuted on ABC, starring Sarah Gilbert, Laurie Metcalf, and John Goodman, without fired former star Roseanne Barr. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
she said that tweet.
She should have shut her damn mouth.
Oh, this was the Ambien thing, right? Like, oh, I was on Ambien. Like, and she said all those like anti-Jewish remarks on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? To be honest, Roseanne Barr she's got that farm out in Hawaii. She's doing fine. She's got all her money. She didn't need that show anyways. Who cares?
Yep. Anyway, Carrera, guess what?
No.
You don't want to turn?
2019 auto-tune Lana Del Rey's ballad video games named Song of the Decade. Fuck you at Q Awards in London. Get out of here.
Auto-tune. It's true. I haven't even heard the song, but video games, obviously it's going to be auto-tune. Like, so, probably in all 8-bit.
Woohoo! All right, let's see what this says. 2019, Mick Mulvaney, President Trump's acting chief of staff, says the White House withheld nearly $400 million in military aid from Ukraine to further Trump's own political interests.
That sounds like bullshit.
I think that, yeah, somebody paid that dude to say some shit.
I have a feeling this was added, like, recently to try to give some, like, false background to his
Fake
involvement
news.
or something. Trump ties. I don't know. Like, everything's
Always.
just-
It's always Trump had ties to, everyone had ties to Putin. Everyone talked to him. Who cares?
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's video of Biden, drinking champagne with Xi Jinping. So
Yep.
like why are there people not screaming about he has ties to the CCP? That's
He-
even worse.
well, well, Joe Biden doesn't remember it, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, you are actually
Oh,
100% accurate. Didn't Joe Biden forget that there was like a senator who died
Yeah, he
recently
did.
and like
yeah.
called him up to stage like, bro, she died a week ago. What's wrong? Like,
Yes, he did.
didn't he like talk
Yeah.
at her eulogy too? Like,
Yes.
yeah,
I don't know about that, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, he did.
he did.
He talked at her eulogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
His wife was grabbing his arm. Like, shut the fuck up.
God.
Um,
But we'll never. There's only one thing that'll beat America can be summed up in one word. He should be kind of be blah, 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 blah. Only one thing can beat that clip, and it was his ranting speech with the fucking red in the background and everything, looking like a funny mustache man from Austria.
people actually clapped to that too. It was
People are
like,
psycho.
what?
The one thing I want to know is who's running the joint up there.
Not him.
No, so who is?
The wheel's spinning, but the hips ain't moving.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Mr. Carrera, you got another one here. Can you take this 2019 one? This one kind of scared me. So
2019, The Blob, mysterious yellow slime organism, Physarum polycephalum with 720 sexes. Hey, sounds like humans now. Um, moves and can solve problems to go on display at Paris. Oh, I've heard of this. At Paris Zoolog Park. I just turned into Joe Biden.
zoological.
Yeah.
Zoological.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. So what is this?
Um,
Is it actual? Like it's still around?
Yeah, it's I think they had just found it.
Huh. Oh, I see.
But it knows like and can rebuild and it knows where to go. It's like crazy and can rebuild structures. They were
That's-
talking about it helping rebuild like bridges and infrastructures.
Really?
I think.
Wow.
I have not heard about this.
Like
Oh.
it would find broken pieces and we can do sonar and figure out what the fuck. See, it
Oh.
maps out, knows where to go.
Whoa.
That's weird. Is this like a fungus or something?
It I don't know. Remember if it's a fungus or a bacteria. I can't remember.
Yeah. Huh.
720 sexes.
Good
They're
lord.
non-binary.
Huh.
The Blob to me reminds me of an old movie.
Yeah. No,
It
that's why.
scared the hell out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's why it scares me. It is a acellular slime mold or myxomacea property known as popularly known as the blob, is a protist with diverse cellular forms and broad geographic distribution. So that's like science above my pay grade. I'm gonna add this
Oh,
link in the
you're not
underbar.
kidding.
Like
Yeah,
that's wild.
add the link and see if I was right about them talking about infrastructure because it was just a
stepwise slime mold growth as a template for urban design. Slime
Yeah.
mold beats humans at perfecting traffic networks. So I think what you're talking about is instead of actually like physically rebuilding infrastructure.
Oh yeah.
It maps
That was
it
it.
out for more
More of
better,
effective
what's the word? Efficiency. Yeah.
yeah, for traffic and all that. That's
Okay.
what it was.
Okay, that makes a
Still
lot more
incredible.
sense.
That's still incredible.
Like I'm sitting here imagining, like are we gonna cover all of our bridges in mold now? What the fuck? Like what is
Yeah.
this? Like, but no, like it maps out more efficient routes. So that is really interesting. That is really.
I think
interesting.
the Japanese were trying it out as
Always
the
the
first
Japanese. I mean, for good and bad, it's always the Japanese.
people. They're gonna take over the world.
No, that's China. China's gonna take over Japan and then use that technology to Chinafies it, and then yeah. God
Yeah.
help us.
First, they're going to take Taiwan.
Yeah,
And
well,
they
God
do
help
have all
us
that technology.
if they have. Yeah, God help us if they take Taiwan. Like Anyway, I think it's Soen's turn now in 2019.
Perhaps 2019, Turkey agrees to a ceasefire in northern Syria for 5 days to allow withdrawal of Kurdish troops after talk between U.S. Vice President Mike Pence and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Hmm.
Erdogan.
Erdogan.
Uh-huh.
Erdogan. Okay, I guess that's how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So Turkey and Syria were having a war. I didn't know that. So,
Yeah.
well, it doesn't surprise me. Oh, here we go. This
Excuse you.
disheveled ass looking British Donald Trump. Comb your
And
hair, mister. Come
also
on.
in 2019, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announces new Brexit deal with the EU removes the Northern Ireland backstop clause.
Hmm.
Okay,
Alright.
I just gotta say, this guy looks like, I mean, looking at his suit and his shirt, not iron, this is the type of guy that parties with prostitutes, gets really drunk, and just goes to bed in the suit he was in the night before, then just gets up and speaks on the mic.
It looks
Yeah.
like it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. He looks like how I would if I was in any political position. I have no, any form of tact, or care for
Yeah.
presentation. Like I'd just be just how you see me right now. So,
I mean, that's how I look right now.
oh damn, 2020, Mr. Sohan.
2020, Chicago declared the rattiest city in America for the sixth year in a row by Pest Control Service Oregon.
Oh my God, Chicago, get your shit together.
Dude,
Wow.
one of the most violent cities and the rattiest city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's ratchet as hell.
And not even like actual rats, snitches.
No, the vermin, the big mice. So, and you have one more, and then we'll move on into burst and deaths here.
In 2020, Labour Party headed by Jacinda Ardern re-elected in a landslide in New Zealand's general election.
All right.
Ugh, bleh.
Before we move on into burst and deaths, audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything that you would like us to answer? Any of our opinions and even more on things. Anything you have to add? Open up a dialogue in the underbar, or not the underbar, in the comments section down there. I have a feeling we're going to lose Golden Loon here.
I'm out.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
We will. You too.
Peace out.
Moving on into burst, starting us off in the year 1253, we have Ivo of Kermartin, Catholic saint and patron of Brittany, born in Kermartin, Duchy of Brittany, dying in 1303. Then we have John Wilkes, 1725, English radical, journalist in North Britain, and politician who was born in London, dying in 1797. And then Mr. Carrera, it's your turn, because in burst and deaths we go 2 for 2. You got 1915 here.
All right. Arthur Miller, 1915 to 2005, American playwright, Death of a Salesman, and Crucible, born in New York City, New York.
That's pretty cool.
Well, Death of a Salesman is one of the biggest things like ever, so.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Uno mas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rita Hayworth, one of everybody's favorite back then. 1918 to 1987, American actress, Gilda Covergirl. That's one title. The lady from Shanghai, born in NYC, New York.
All right. When did she die in '87? Though, May 14th. Okay, so I was alive. Okay. Every time I see somebody who died in '87, like the whole theory about if you want to know who you were in your past life, look who died on your birthday.
You fucking think you're Rita Hayworth?
No.
You ain't that pretty, bro.
No, I think I'm the reincarnation of General George S. Patton, who is the reincarnation of Alexander the Great. So,
Get out of here.
Also,
why my life is in so much shit. I already had 2 great ones, so I got to pay for it by having 1 bad one. Gotta have the balance.
Also, to those, oh, no. 1938, Evel Knievel, American motorcycle daredevil, Snake River Canyon, born in Butte, Montana.
What's his actual name though? Robert Craig Knievel. Interesting.
Yep. And here we go again.
Ooh, awesome.
What year though?
Oh, yeah.
Again,
1956. I'm sorry.
Okay, 1956, we have Mae Jemison, first African American woman in space, STS-47, born in Decatur, Alabama.
Nice. That's really cool.
Uh,
Then we got Alan Jackson, born on this date in 1958. He was a U.S. country singer here in the real world, born in Noonan, Georgia. Hmm. And who else do we have? Doug McMillan, 1966, U.S. businessman and CEO of Walmart. Boo! From 2014 till present. Born in Memphis, Tennessee. Boo! Walmart. Boo! Then let's see here. We got one here for Mr. Carrera, 1969.
In 1969, Ernie Els, South African golfer, U.S. Open 94, 97, British Open 2002 and 2012, born in Johannesburg, South Africa.
All right. And then what else do we have? Oh wow,
Oh, yeah, here we go.
1972.
1972. American rapper and movie star The Real Slim Shady, Stan, and 8 Mile the movie, born in St. Joseph, Missouri.
He never said the guy's name.
Marshall Bruce Mathers.
Yep.
Oh,
Or-
yeah, Marshall Bruce Mathers, let's say, or Slim Shady, whatever.
Eminem. He has like
Yeah.
multiple like aliases. So, hello,
Yeah.
Grandma in the background.
Everyone said hi, Grandma.
Hi.
Didn't we, Sohan, what year is this guy? 1979.
Okay.
Good luck pronouncing this.
1979. Emmy Raikkonen, Finnish auto racer, F1 world champion, 2007, born in Espoo, Finland.
Born in Espoo.
Poo. Well, it's better than Isapoo.
It's a poo. Well then, unless there's anything else you can see, we're gonna move on to the desk.
Yeah, I seen one in 78.
78.
Ziggy 78, no, 1968. Ziggy Marley, Jamaican reggae performer and son of Bob Marley, born in Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh, why is that not highlighted? Huh.
Okay,
Moving
now
on
you can
to
get to death.
desk. Yeah, moving on to desk, we have Agrippina the Elder, died on this date in 33, was a Roman noblewoman, mother of Caligula, died of starvation at 47. Sounds like he killed her.
By Caligula's doing.
Yeah, death, starvation. She was banished to the island of Pandatia by the Emperor Tiberius, where in 33 AD she repeatedly starved herself to death or was starved by her captors. So, that's not fun. Then we have Frederick Chopin, died in 1849, and was a Polish pianist and composer, concerto in F minor, died of tuberculosis at the age of 39. He was born in 1810.
He made the funeral march.
Ah, okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
I wonder if it was used for his funeral. That'd be interesting. So, anyway, if Carrera wants, it's his turn now.
Laura Secord, born 1775, died in 1868. Canadian heroine of the War of 1812. Wow, dies at 93.
Yeah, and by the way, it is pronounced heroin. Like, so.
No, you're pronounced heroin.
Your face is pronounced heroin.
Hmm.
And
Robert Meckler.
died on this date. So
Uh, Died on this date in 1873, born 1807. Irish explorer who discovered the Northwest Passage. Died at 66.
Dang. Northwest Passage, that's big.
Yeah, that is kind of a big thing.
Hmm.
A huge time jump to 1920, well, to 1990. Robert Abernathy, American civil rights leader, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, dies of a blood clot at 64.
That sucks.
Yeah, and
And
2019, Elijah Cummings, American politician, Rep. Maryland, died 1990. Well, yeah, 1996 to 2019, died at 68.
yeah, the D is Democrat. She was a Democrat. Representative of Maryland, Democrat. So, anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, which includes but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes.
On TV on Twitch.
Yep. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
Central.
Yep, you're both in Central, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It-
For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Shohen.
and Carrara.
And we had the Golden Moon for the majority of the show. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow or the news show that we're going to host at 2 p.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. Central, you guys' time. Until you see that or tomorrow, whatever. Until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. See ya. Toodles.
Remember, if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Yep.
Well,